What's up? It's Jumanne. I wanted to record a video before I leave the hotel room. I also want to shout out to James. Thank you for the $30. I appreciate it, and it helps for why I'm recording this video. I don't feel entitled to donations at all. I appreciate everyone that supports my content. When I stopped uploading consistently and took a mental health break, I also stopped receiving donations, which is completely fine. But when it comes to like the perspective of some of the feedback I got from why people send me donations, I had a lot of people tell me that people sending me donations simply because they feel bad for me. And that's not necessarily the truth, because I would have maintained, receiving donations. So this is basically the recording of this video is basically for me to talk about, life is not about me. But also, express like the consequences of having expectations and feeling like things are about me, and, feeling self-centered and things of that nature that kind of had a big impact on myself, and, some of the decisions I made because, things didn't go the way I wanted to go. And, I made poor choices behind that. So, yeah. So the hotel's having breakfast. I'm about to go downstairs, have some breakfast, and then after that, I'm gonna come back up to the room and, just talk about whatever, and that's gonna be it for the video. Trying to record. There's a lot of people over here. Well, there's not a lot of people over here, but I'm trying not to record anyone as I'm recording. But yeah, food right here. Yogurt, bananas, oranges, apples. I see potatoes over there. They have cereal. And there's like bread and muffins over here. So I'm just having orange juice right now. Yeah. So I have orange juice, cut sausage, I believe, potatoes, and I think this is egg and cheese. Yeah, and I'm gonna give a quick tour of the room before I go. So, king size bed. Yeah, so I don't really have much to say right now. But yeah, I just, took the time to, I don't know, I just needed time to myself, essentially. So, yeah, so that's really it for the most part. About to eat my breakfast, and then after I do that, I'm just gonna talk about, whatever. Didn't really like the egg so much, but it's whatever. I still appreciate the breakfast. So, yeah, there's a lot of different ways I can express myself as far as in, just speaking on, how I feel. Life is not about me. So I'm gonna just kind of take the time and try to figure out how I could say essentially what I want to say. So a lot of my problems stem from my centeredness. I have a lot of narcissistic characteristics. That's a whole nother conversation about narcissism, but feeling grandiose, vulnerable, entitled, those things of that nature. Like, it definitely created a problem for me long term. When things didn't go my way, when I just wasn't successful, put a lot of blame on people, feeling like they weren't as supportive, and they probably weren't. I'm not saying people were supportive, because they weren't, but still wasn't taking enough responsibility. I should never had those expectations in the first place. So, expectations and disappointment kind of ended up to where I'm at now, feeling lonely, feeling empty. These are more of my problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, it really took me a long time to really reflect and be honest with myself and say, I should have never been the way I was, regardless of anyone else, whether people were there for me or not. I should have never been so emotionally dependent and feeling like I needed people to validate me. So, because life is not about me. Everyone has their own problems. Everyone is finding their own way of dealing with whatever it is that they're dealing with. And, uh, you know, expectations are just going to lead to a disappointment. So I've been recovering from that and trying to, honestly take responsibility, and, find it in myself to, do better, be better. And socially, I don't even know how to feel about that because my whole social reputation is very much ruined in a lot of ways, and that's my fault. At the same time, while taking responsibility for my choices, I was never really anyone that people, I wasn't really socially accepted at the same time. And I say that because I do take responsibility, but I also don't want to take too much responsibility where I'm like the only problem, because I believe I'm very self-aware. And I'm just, saying that to not, create space where it's like, people that's like around me personally, where they could just use that against me. Because I just see that being something that if I do ever, I still have a chance to be successful as a vlogger, and, just be in a very well, be in a position that people could depend on me, mostly financially, things of that nature. It's possible I might be successful, I might not, but I don't want to take too much responsibility to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I'm just the only problem, because that's not really true. But for the most part, I have been very self-centered throughout my whole life, and I feel like it's genetic. It's a lot of genetic components. But then I also made the choice to, feel like, things should go my way or not, and I'm dealing with the consequences of that. The choices I've made with the controversy reflects that. So, yeah, I just, my humbleness is, I want to remain humble for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Still not too humble. I still want to find a sense of confidence. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm still arrogant to an extent too. I don't know why I'm like that, but I can be. I don't really think I'm better than people, but the problem with me is I always wanted to be better than people. And that could be in a fight. Like if I see a guy that's like 6'5" and 200 and whatever pounds, and I'm like, probably if I get into an altercation with a guy like that, I'm 5'6" and I weigh like 145. Like, yeah, I'm most likely not supposed to be, physically beating up a guy that's 6'5", but like just the way that I am, I just like, in my mind, it's like I have a chance. If not, like, especially if I'm like the victim of the altercation, then my dominance just kind of goes up the roof, and it's like, nah, I'm better than I could beat him, even if I probably can't. It's just how I feel. I mean, a lot of it comes from childhood trauma too, getting bullied and stuff like that as a kid. That plays a role in my arrogance when it comes to like physical aggression. But in a lot of ways, I'm very humble in a sense. Life humbled me. I could say that. I took more losses, whether in fights, whether at the casino, whether when it comes to females, when it comes to friends. Like, I never really received anything close to what I wanted. And me being the person that I wanted to be or thought I was, it's clear to me that I'm not, as mentally strong as I thought I was or wanted to be. Just all I'm saying is I made a lot of bad choices. I took a lot of losses, and it's humbled me. So, the overall result of that, I'm not better than anyone. And even if I was in whatever, like I'm still, as a human being, I'm still not better. You know, Michael Jordan is the best basketball player, arguably, but he's still not better than anyone, though he's better than in basketball, is what I'm saying. Like, so I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just, saying whatever right now. So I'm probably gonna end this, but you know, it's my, y'all know, follow me. I'm after I leave this hotel, I'm about to sleep on the floor. So I kind of just wanted to record one more vlog, which is not really like a vlog. This is just a video of me, in the hotel, and I'm still on like a mental health break where I'm not really not uploading consistently, and I really don't know what I'm doing with myself. I really don't. I'm doing better mentally, but then I'm not at the same time. So right now I'm just focused on humbleness and maintaining that humbleness. Cause like I said, I could be arrogant too and reckless, and that's kind of how I start making. And if I'm really down bad, that's when I start, going crazy and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to do better with that. Because I embarrass myself way more than I even wanted to in the journey of like the whole struggling thing, y'all. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just so tired of it. It's not even comfortable anymore. The idea of it when I first started, being controversial or whatever, like, and it was like whatever, what I'm saying? Like, all right, this is gonna be temporary. I'm gonna make it out of this situation, and it's been years, and I'm very much still in the same situation. So that's my fault. And overall, that's it. All I gotta say. I'm talking too much, so.